Have you ever wondered what it would be like to live in a world created and ruled by gods? For the ancient Egyptians, this wasn't a fantasy, it was their reality. They believed their land, a narrow strip of green surrounded by endless desert, was a divine gift. At its heart was the Nile River, not just a source of water, but a god in itself, a lifeline that dictated their entire existence. This mighty civilization, which lasted for over 3,000 years, literally rose from the banks of the Nile. Each year, without fail, the river would flood, blanketing the land with rich black silt. This annual miracle wasn't seen as a natural event. It was the gods renewing their promise of life. The flood brought fertile soil for crops, abundance for the people, and a predictable rhythm to their lives. Without the Nile, there would have been no food, no order, no Egypt. The river was their clock, their calendar, and their creator. At the center of this world were the gods. Egyptian life wasn't just influenced by them. It was completely immersed in them. Ra, the sun god, sailed across the sky each day, battling chaos every night to ensure a new dawn. Osiris, the god of the afterlife, ruled the underworld, offering eternal life to the worthy. Isis, his devoted wife, was the mother goddess, the ideal of womanhood and magic. Their son, Horus, the falcon-headed god, represented order and kingship, while Anubis, the jackal-headed god, guided souls through the final judgment. Every sunrise, every flood, every gust of wind was a direct action from these divine beings. There were no coincidences, only the will of the gods. And who was the bridge between the heavens and the earth? The pharaoh. The king of Egypt wasn't just a ruler. He was considered a living god, Horus in human form. His primary duty was to maintain Mate, the cosmic balance of truth, justice, and order. If the pharaoh was strong and just, the land would prosper. If he failed, chaos would threaten to consume everything. To obey the pharaoh was to obey the gods themselves. This belief created an incredibly stable and centralized power structure that held the kingdom together for millennia. This deep connection to the divine fueled an obsession unlike any other, the quest for eternity. The Egyptians didn't see death as an end, but as a transition to another, better life. To get there, however, certain conditions had to be met. Tombs were not just graves. They were eternal homes, lavishly decorated and filled with everything a person would need in the afterlife: food, furniture, and even servants in the form of small statues. But most importantly, the physical body had to be preserved. Mummification was developed not out of a morbid fascination, but from a profound belief that the soul needed its earthly vessel to navigate the journey to the next world. This obsession with forever gave rise to the most enduring monuments in human history. The pyramids, the great temples of Karnak and Luxor, the colossal statues, they were not built for a single lifetime. They were built to last for millions of years, as messages to the gods and as anchors for the eternal souls of the pharaohs. These structures were a testament to their power, their faith, and their audacious attempt to defy time itself. So how did Egypt survive for 3,000 years? Far longer than most empires. It was their unbreakable belief system. Their stable, God-given authority and sacred traditions were passed down from one generation to the next, almost unchanged. This continuity gave them a strength that other civilizations lacked. But did the gods ever leave Egypt? Empires rose and fell, and new beliefs eventually took hold. Yet, the legacy of ancient Egypt never truly died. Its influence on our ideas of religion, power, art, and symbolism can still be felt today. In the end, while other civilizations feared death, Egypt built an entire civilization to conquer it. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey back in time, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.